So Kieron, after last week's performance at Bradford and our current league position, we needed those 2 points today, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, definitely. It was very important we recovered from last week in terms of what we did as a group. It weren't a great performance for us last week, so I thought the first half today we had a little bit of an hangover from that, but the second half I thought we were totally dominant, and the most important thing for us was to get the 2 points, which we did today.
We made 6 changes from last week's game at Bradford. Was that just to freshen things up after the busy schedule we've had?
Yeah, it was. A lot of those guys just picked knocks up from those, that compact period of games, and it's good to get them back in. And even though those guys are coming back in, it'll still take them a couple of games to get going again. You soon lose your match fitness in this game, but it was good to have them back in the team, and it was good to have a couple of new faces in as well.
Keenan Brown was a late pull-out for us in the warm-up. Do you want to just give an update on how he's doing?
Yeah, it was just a funny one. Just in the middle of warm-up, he's just jumped up for a ball and landed a little bit funny, and his back's gone into a spasm. The guys worked on him just before kick-off to see if they could release it, but they made the right call. It wasn't right, and fair play to Lloyd Roby for jumping in at the last minute.
After a strong start to the first half, we kind of let Rochdale back into it at the back end of the first half. Was it frustrating that, although the points came in the second half, that we kind of let them back into the game?
Yeah, it was. Something we spoke about at half-time. We weren't really that pleased with the second 20 minutes of that first half. We kind of sat back a little bit and invited Rochdale to come at us. The score at half-time was probably a little bit closer than what it should have been, but I'm really pleased with how we responded in the second half and the way we went forward.
Patrick Arvan obviously returned this week for us on a short-term deal. Are you happy to have someone of big experience back in the squad? Yeah,
superb. It's fair play to the guy who stuck his hand up, who said, I'll come here for 4 weeks and I'll help you guys out. He's been really good around the place this week. It's a fresh face. He's a big body and he's a real threat near that try line. So I think, not just for our players, a lot of the fans as well, all appreciate what he's doing, and he's been a massive boost for us this week.
As well as Pat returning, obviously Ollie Ashelbart on the other side returning after a long spell on the side, and he must be delighted to have him back fully fit.
Yeah, it was good to see him as well, and I thought as the game went on, he grew in confidence. It's a long time since his initial injury back against Toronto in Newcastle, and he's had a tough time to come back from that injury. He's had a couple of setbacks along the way as well, and a couple of fresh injuries just picked up. But he's been training really, really well over the last couple of weeks, and he's been chomping at the bit. And we were unfortunate that we lost Jaden Hatton. He didn't quite pull through from the other week, so at the last minute we had to make a call, and we had a good chat with Ollie, and he was ready to go, and I think he justified his selection today.
Second half, we posted some nice tries in that second half, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was kind of like the shackles came off a little bit. We relaxed and we started to enjoy ourselves again. The sun was shining, and we like playing at home. And there was some good stuff played, and you could see as the more tries we scored, the more confidence we got, and the crowd was getting back on with us and supporting, and they've been fantastic against turning up and supporting us today.
6 straight home wins for us now. I'm sure the aim is to take that home form onto the road to Halifax next week.
Yeah, it is. It's no secret our away form's not been brilliant. We have to have a look at what we've been doing going away and probably tweak a couple of little things for us as individuals and a group, because we've not had the results. So we've got to make sure we have the same mentality as we do at home going away. And next week's going to be a really tough game. And the fans who turned up today, it's superb them turning up, especially after last week's performance. It weren't good enough from us, and they had every excuse not to turn up, but they've turned up and supported us again, and that's the reason why the club's here, because of the fan base and the support. And hopefully again next week at Halifax they'll get there and sing a song and out-sing them, because I saw some Halifax song being sung at Toronto, a bit of twist and shout, so we need to sing a bit louder than them.
And lastly, as always, Kieran, injury updates. How are we looking with the guys off the field at the moment?
Yeah, we're not too bad, to be fair. We've a couple of little niggles in there where are not quite right, and we've got to make sure those guys are right before they come back in. So Jaden Hatton didn't pass his fitness test this week. Ryan Ince again is just struggling with a bit of a rib injury from a couple of weeks ago. We've had a bit of illness in the camp with Sam Freeman and Owen Buckler. They've trained fuller this week, so they should be available for selection if needed. And obviously we'll have to see what we pull up from today, but hopefully we're not too bad.